Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back from the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're diving into the MOMO EXP teams for the 10-star Kizuna Clash against Robin and Jimbei and the Straw Hat Pirates. And in today's video, we have, like I said, the EX teams that I did put out in my preparation video with a couple of changes. So we're going to start off with the dex variation. The team looks a little bit like this. However, we did make a little bit of a change, and we added on Katakuri and Oven. So shout out to my homie Shiro, he actually recorded these runs. I'm obviously busy running 10 stars and actually building up Super Boss tokens, so he was very kind enough to actually record these for me, so that way I don't really have to spend the time to do it. However, I'm still here recording the voiceover, so we move. But utilizing Momo as captain on this particular stage means that we don't get the Momo cooldowns. However, Momo is great because he gives end of turn damage, which means that we get through the resilience on stage 2. On stage 2, we come up against Nami, and Nami is going to put up the 5 turns of defense as well as the 5 turns of resilience. So utilizing just our Momo captains, we can just take care of the resilience, and then we can use Usohachi to move the defense up. Because we have a Luffy on the team with Luffy and Ace, we can actually use the Super EX of Momo, giving us a full board of Wano Orbs, and as you guys will see here, it's a pretty easy kill. And the upside to hitting with Wano Orbs with Momo means that you guys can actually extend that attack boost moving into the final stage as well, which is really, really nice to have. Moving on to this final stage against Robin and Jimbei, they are going to give us top orb block, bottom row bomb, and middle row quick orbs, which is annoying. They have a Wano orb barrier too, which again, Momo is very, very good at getting around. And they do something after level 30, but oh, they have 20 turns of damage reduction, that's right. So utilizing Jimbei here is perfect. Jimbei can remove the damage reduction. We can use Luffy and Ace to rotate our orbs. Once you rotate your orbs, you get a full board of block slots, which stereotypically would be a problem, but for this team, it's actually a blessing, because then we can use the special of Momo, super type of Momo, to turn them into Wano orbs. We can then use Katakuri and Oven for a chain boosting special, and then we can use their special once again for conditional boost. Unfortunately, we don't have the actual condition itself, but it is quite nice to see that chain boost ability from them. So using Katakuri Oven in content, it's kind of nuts, especially on a Momo team. Super weird, but nice shout, Shiro. So moving on to the strength variation now, and against the strength variation, this is the team that we put forward. I believe we put Odin and Toki on the team over Luffy. Now, Luffy did actually do damage. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Luffy doesn't do any damage at all, but he still does a damage dealing effect, which is a problem because it actually triggers that interrupt, which you guys know. When you use the interrupt, you will have the unfortunate interrupt of removing the damage nullification, which is great, but will also give you pain, and having pain is a huge problem. But nevertheless, we have some ways around that. So again, we're using double Momo. We're using Nami Karina on this particular team, as well as Shanks Crew. Shanks Crew is a really, really good shout, as Shanks Crew is going to very nicely remove the chain coefficient reduction on stage 2. Now, if you guys have the Vegapunk ship, you can actually use the Vegapunk ship as well on this particular stage. That's going to extend the chain lock that Shanks Crew gives. However, we're using Zoro Sanji, so ideally you probably don't want that. But at the end of the day, it's not a huge problem. We're using Nami Karina to get around the threshold. You can replace Nami Karina with literally anyone you like. I just use them here because they're base stat booster. But if you want, just replace Nami Karina with literally anyone that can remove threshold. Like, take your pick. There's a plethora of units that can do it, and I'm sure you'll find one at your disposal somehow. Now, on the final stage, we do get an orb rotation for unfavorable slots, which is not going to matter because we're going to give ourselves one orbs thanks to Momo. There is damage nullification and 5 turns of defense up. So, we're going to super swap with Odin and Toki. That's going to give us an orb buff that we can overwrite. Or actually, no, it gives an orb buff we can't overwrite, actually, but it's only for slashes. However, we're going to turn everyone into slashes with Zoro Sanji. With the Odin and Toki special, you get color affinity, you get a resistance down. Super swapping with Zoro Sanji is going to give us the Super EX availability, and then we can just turn everyone into slashes, as I mentioned. And now we're doing a lot of damage. This team's going to do so much goddamn damage, man. This is so much damage. Plus, we have a super tandem of not only Zoro Sanji, but we also have a super tandem of Odin and Toki. So just be careful of the way you tap. Plus, once you use the special of Zoro Sanji, it is going to trigger the On interrupts, it will remove the damage nullification, but it will apply pain. Now, you do have to hit through sound effects, so turn your sound on, but it shouldn't be that big of a problem. Just use a ship that's going to help out. Finally, we're taking a look at the int variation of Robin and Giampier, and that was the team, those sports. Let's dive on in. Now, utilizing the int variation, there is one key component that I definitely forgot, and that was the damage reduction. You do take about 100,000 damage on death for this particular variation, and that's where Nami Karina comes in so clutch. Nami Karina can reduce the damage received or the threshold, depending on which one you are. So she's just an absolute clutch unit for like all content, and if you guys have her, she just makes team building so much easier. As for the rest of the team, we do have the free-to-play Sanji, the free-to-play Zora, and we have Yamato. Now, Yamato I just put here because she's literally a character that is going to trigger the super type of Momo. You can replace her with literally any Luffy. Gear 5 Luffy comes to mind, to be honest. But hey, any Luffy at all is going to work pretty hunky-dory. On stage 2, there is damage reduction and there is damage nullification. Momo is actually just going to remove the damage reduction, but you can also use Nami Karina here as well. I don't exactly remember why I brought Nami Karina, now that I'm looking at this team build, because Momo actually removes all the damage reduction that we need, so maybe it was for now using Nami Karina. Like I said, shout out to Shiro once again for running these teams for me, because I didn't. No, so Momo's going to remove the damage reduction. Man, why did Nami Karina just seem replaceable, man. I mean, just bring anyone else that can give you damage reduction or threshold, and that should work absolutely hunky-dory. But if you guys do find a replacement, let me know who you guys are using in the comment section below, because Momo he's so good there. On the final stage, we can use Zoro for a 3-turn orb boost. We can use Momo's extension for the attack boost. And then we have chain shenanigans with, what's her name? Yamato. But again, you can just use like any Luffy if you don't want to there. We have the fun... Oh, okay, so he used Nami Karina first. So ideally you want to use Zoro there. Make sure to use Zoro there first, and then use Nami Karina after it. And then use Momo to give yourself a full bottle of 1 orbs, and you should be pretty hunky-dory for the rest of this particular fight. So, they're the Momo teams. They seem to work fairly nicely. They seem to have quite a bit of damage as well. So, I do imagine you'll probably be able to get pretty far with these. And so, if you're looking for some more EXP and you're looking for assists, Momo teams are always going to be the wave. They always have been the wave. But look, it is a super boss, and I know a lot of people are doing 3-star strat and all that fun stuff as well. So, you guys may or may not use them. But if you do use them and you do enjoy the video, make sure to build the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff for me. Most importantly, whether you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Later!